everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have you guys here. I'm back again. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Bree, and this channel has been kind of up and down just because when life happens, I've noticed that I really need to take a break. Otherwise, I'm not going to be passionate about posting videos. I'm going to do a quick update before we go into the update with my Project Pan. But my grandpa did pass away. He went away peacefully. I'm a Christian, and so we believe that he is up in heaven, just dancing the night away with the Lord. It was rough. It's been a really rough journey, but now we're able to just kind of cope with everything. And for those of you who have been praying for us and having, you know, warm, positive thoughts for my family, thank you so much. It means the world to me. And for those of you who stuck around for the past 2 months that I haven't posted, thank you for understanding. Also, as you can see, my hair is red. If you didn't see my live stream, I decided I needed a change in my life. With all the chaos that has been happening, I needed something to change. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of what's been going on. I mean, there's been a lot more, but I can't talk about that just yet. Hopefully soon I'll be able to open up about that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's been a wonderful, really, really stressful. My husband and I have been diving deep into our youth group and just really pouring into their lives. So I really haven't had a chance to sit down and film in about 3 weeks, but when I did have the chance 3 weeks ago, I wasn't in the right mindset to film. Like, little things would trigger and I would start crying. Bear with me as I get through this video. This is the first time that I've actually sat down and started to record in a very long time, so I might be a little rough around the edges, but I'm sure you guys will understand. But today's video is going to be update number 2 on my Project Pan. So yeah, let's hop into it. This Project Pan has been a little bit more difficult than I had expected. Like I mentioned in my previous Project Pan, and if you have not seen that video, I'll put a card up above and also in the description box down below. But I've never done a Project Pan before. Obviously, I've tried to get through products, but I've never actually dedicated a certain amount of items to get throughout the year. Now, as I had mentioned in my Project Pan video, the first one, the introduction video, if I don't like a product, I'm gonna get rid of it. Now, I will switch out an item. That way I do keep a total of 18 items, but I've noticed that if I don't like the product, chances are I'm not going to use it up. So there are items that I'm actually getting rid of, and I am going to be putting in a giveaway pile just because I'm not a fan of these items. And the items that I'm talking about are the ColourPop eyeshadows. I'm just not the biggest fan of these cream eyeshadows. They just don't last all day long. It's more of a struggle to get through them, and while I do love the colors, I don't know, they just don't inspire me, and I've noticed that I haven't really used them. So I'm getting rid of 4 out of the 5 items. The first one is Desert, the second one is Bandit, the third one is Mittens, and the fourth one is Cornelius. So all of those I'm gonna give away. I might even just toss them. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, those I'm letting go of. But I am going to replace items, and I will talk about that in a bit. The other ColourPop eyeshadow that I have, I'm honestly on the fence about. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. This is in the shade Wattles. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. It's gorgeous. It is stunning. But these crease on me, and I just don't know if maybe it was the primer that I've been using. There is no progress at all. I've been using it, for 2 months, maybe a month and a half, and there's no progress. So I'm gonna see, this might be a particular item that instead of actually using up the entire item, I just hit pan, and once I hit pan, then I'm good to go and I will let it go. But I will let you know in the next Project Pan update if I keep it or not. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a Project Pan update every 2 months. So if I keep this, I'll let you know. If I don't keep it, obviously I'll replace it with something else. So yeah, this one's on the fence. So I'm gonna show you something that I'm really, really proud of. This is the Tarte Beach Bum Drench Lip Splash Lipstick. And you guys, look how much I have left. Barely anything left, and as you can see in the before picture, I have made huge progress. Actually, I'm gonna put some on right now. This is super, super moisturizing. It's my go-to lipstick if I'm wearing a liquid lipstick and it starts to crumble, or my previous lip shade just went away. This has been my go-to shade. Now, I am taking a hiatus from Tarte. I just don't really appreciate what they've been doing lately with their marketing, and I don't know, the whole fiasco that happened with the foundation. If you want to find out more about that drama, just search it on YouTube and you can find it. But I just don't really care for what they've been doing lately, and so I'm boycotting Tarte at the moment. If they get their act together, maybe I'll start looking back into them, but I just haven't been a fan, and I'd rather be honest with you guys. This item, I'm really grateful that I've made huge progress, and I'm going to be hopefully decluttering within the next month or so. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is in the shade Custard. I have, you know what, as I look at the pictures, I have made a bit of progress. It's gotten deeper. I feel like I'm gonna hit pan soon. So as you can see, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with these kind of jars, but I feel like I've made a grip of progress. What I've noticed is this tends to crease when I use it under my eyes, but this has been a really good eyeshadow primer. So I hope that by using it mostly as eyeshadow primer or to cover up blemishes, I will be able to go through this quickly than I had anticipated. Okay, let's move on to my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I lost this for a hot second. I have made a little bit of progress. I have hit more pan, which is really exciting. It's starting to lose the scent of the chocolate, which makes me really concerned. So this is gonna be a type of item, if I feel like it's gone bad, I'm going to declutter it. I'm not gonna use expired makeup on my face. And you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, this might have been the product that has been breaking me out. So this is gonna be one that's on the fence, I'm not sure. Same with my highlight. Now this highlight I have made huge progress on. I feel like I'm almost done with it. Look at that pan. I am super proud of this item. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01. But this one too, I'm not quite sure what's breaking me out in this section. Between these 3 items, I should say, I might have to declutter all 3 of these. I don't know just yet. I'm gonna wait, and then I will obviously update you in update number 3 as to whether I kept the items or not. The next item I have not made any progress on. This is the Inglot Blush in 28. Honestly, I've rarely used this. I haven't been inspired by these items. I think I just wanted to pick items that I knew that I wanted to get out of my collection, but I didn't necessarily pick items that I was inspired by, and that's something that's really disappointing, but that's something that you have to learn. Every time that you do a project pan, whether you're a newbie or someone who's done this for a while, you come to understand, okay, I've got to focus on items that I know that I want to use, and if I'm not gonna use it, I'm the type of person that I'm just gonna give it away or I'm gonna toss it. Another item that I have barely even touched is this MAC Velvet Teddy lipstick. I mean, it looks brand new. I've barely used it. It's a gorgeous shade. I need to use it more often. I think I'm gonna dedicate this month to really using and focusing on this lipstick because it is beautiful. I'm just not using it right now. Next up, we've got the MAC lipstick in Taupe. Now this one I have made a little bit of progress. I have been using this pretty frequently, more so than the other MAC lipstick. Oh my gosh, the shade is so beautiful. It's what I was wearing before I put the Tarte lipstick on top. That one I feel like it's gonna take me a long time, but I'm willing to work through. This thing has been the devil for me. This is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara, and with mascaras you really can't tell if you're using them up or not. I mean, I can tell by the weight. It definitely feels lighter, but because I'm using it only on my bottom lashes, you're not using a whole lot of product. I feel like this is like a little magician wand. Every time I open it, there's more product and more product and more product. So that one, it probably will take me till the end of the year to use up. This I've made huge progress on. This is the Sephora crayon, and it is in Love Affair. This, hold on, let me take this out of the packaging. I have used this up so much. I am so proud of myself. Another item that I made a successful amount of progress is the MAC Absolutely It Pro Longwear Lip Pencil. And I should have sharpened it so you could see it even more, but that is it right there. I have made huge progress on it. The lid covers up the title of the lip pencil, which in the previous picture, it didn't cover it up at all. Now the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 2C, I haven't been using as much. I really should focus in on this, but I've been using the Absolutely It more than this. It's a really pretty shade, and I feel like if I were to sharpen it again, obviously I would use up more product. But I feel like this one, I will definitely use it up within the year. The other lip liner, which is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 9C, I've barely made any progress on. But I have noticed that when I use this just to outline my lips and then use like whether it's the Tarte lipstick or a lipstick I'm about to show you or like a berry liquid lipstick, it just looks so beautiful and it really kind of plumps up my lips. I don't know, I just really love the look of it, and that's how I've been able to use this more often. This one, honestly, out of all of the items in my project pan, I feel like this one I may not get through this year. We shall see. The final item that was in my introduction video is the Essence Make Me Brow. This is another item that I really can't tell if I've used up or not. I know that I haven't used up because every time I dip in, you get a lot of product in here. Now that I figured out how to do my brows, I've been enjoying this, but I'm really excited to get through this. I know this is going to take me probably to the end of the year to use as well, but with my new eyebrow routine, I don't mind. So like I mentioned, I am getting rid of 4 items, the 4 ColourPop eyeshadows, and I'm replacing them with 4, technically 5 items. Now the reason why I say a 5th item is because there are some items, as I mentioned before, that I'm on the fence about. And so I figured, you know what, let me just start panning this item and call it a day. So the first item is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream, and this is in the shade Light. The reason why I'm getting rid of this, as I mentioned, is I'm not sure how I feel about the brand IT Cosmetics. Their shade range is terrible. The fact that my mom is like a shade lighter than me, could not find a shade for herself. And I can't imagine anyone who is of a darker complexion finding a shade for them. It's really frustrating and aggravating. And it really opened my eyes when my mom was really excited to find a makeup item for her and she couldn't. She was too light for medium but too dark for light. There's nothing in between. The shade range is terrible. It's one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of Physicians Formula as well. They're just not really diverse. It's really frustrating. Anyway, I'm almost done with this. As you can see, I am basically out, but I did want to use this up, and I figured since I have been making progress on this throughout the year, I might as well include this in. So I know that's kind of like a cheap, it's like a cop-out, you know, but I don't care. I'm almost done with it anyway. Another item is a Tarte lipstick, and this was one of my favorite lipsticks. This is the Tarte Color Splash lipstick in 5 o'clock. That is where I'm at right now. I'm hoping to get through it throughout the year. An item that I found in my collection, another MAC item that I just didn't notice it, and so I have to add it into this project pan because, like I said, I'm trying to get a 100% cruelty-free makeup collection, but this is the MAC Subculture Lip Pencil, and I have a lot of it. But I feel like with neutrals, because I wear more nudes more often than colorful items, I feel like this is one that I'm going to get through really easily. Like I said, I was able to breeze through the MAC Absolutely It, and so I feel like this is one that I'm able to use up as well, especially if I use the Absolutely It on the outer portion of my lips and then fill it in with Subculture. I'm going to breeze through it without any issues. Another item is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Now this one is another one of those items that you really can't tell if you've used up, but it's something that I do want to get rid of, get it out of my collection and be done with it. I do have a full size of this that I haven't used yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Like I said, I'm on the fence with IT Cosmetics, but I do have a full size that I haven't opened the package. So with that item, luckily, because I haven't opened it, if I want to return it and get my money back or switch it out for something that I do feel comfortable with, then I can do so. Another item, which is one of my favorites, and I did buy a backup of this, is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. This is in the shade Medium, and I don't know if you could tell. I'm going to try to do like a little close-up of it. But you can definitely see that I am hitting the tube. But when it comes to these items that have a stopper, it's kind of difficult to tell how far or how much progress you have. But I do love this concealer. It's my go-to concealer, and so I want to use this up. I feel like this will maybe last me at least 2 months, maybe 3 months, but I use this every single day under my under eyes. It's great for those who have really dry, dark circles. It covers it up, it moisturizes it. If you've got aged skin, I've noticed that my skin is starting to age now that I'm closer to 30. I've just been really loving this. And the final item, which is the bonus item, is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination Full Coverage Anti-Aging Hydrating Powder Foundation. Now, I was actually going to return this just because I was on the fence with this particular item. Not because of the brand, but because of the way that this wears on my skin. But I had pan on it. I have had this for about 2 months now. I actually bought this the week of my grandpa's funeral. So I've had this for 2 months and I have hit pan on this. Now, the thing about this item, if you have super dry skin, it may look great on you. If you have dry to normal, it's going to look oily on you. This tends to look cakey on me. I wear this by itself, especially on days where I'm working and I'm out in the sun. It does have an SPF, I believe. Does it? Does it have an SPF? I don't think it does. Just kidding, it doesn't have it. It's too illuminating for my skin. It makes my skin look really cakey, and it starts to separate around my nose, around my smile lines. It just makes me look really old by the end of the day, and nobody wants things to settle into your smile lines. This is an item that I want to get through this year. I already bought a foundation, a powder foundation that I'm currently wearing today that doesn't do that, which makes me really happy. Instead of just tossing this, I am going to use it up. I feel like because it was so easy to hit pan on this, I know for a fact that I can get through this product within the next 3 months. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was a little rough just because it's my first time filming in quite some time, and you kind of have to, you know, it's kind of like riding a bike. It's a little awkward at first. You kind of fumble here and there, but eventually you get the hang of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if this encourages you to do a project pan, let me know. I would love to support you, as it's been kind of difficult to kind of go through my project pan because I'm doing this on my own. But if you need support, I would love to support you, as I need support as well. But with that being said, I hope you have an amazing, amazing week. Stay blessed and know that you are beautiful no matter what. Take care, guys.